due to the availability of the vacant d orbital in the transition elements, they can easily accept the pair of electron from the ligand to form coordination compounds. Hi everybody, I am Atanu Betal. In this video lecture you are welcome, and about this topic, that the coordination compounds means transition elements have a have an ability or tendency to form coordination compound. This is the topic of discussions in this video lecture. Before starting these discussions about this topic, I would like to remind you that if you are new to this channel or you do not subscribe this channel, then you can subscribe it right now. We start our discussions that why transition elements can form coordination compounds. They have why high tendency to form coordination compounds. You know, the transition elements like iron can form FeCN6 4 minus, silver AgNH3 whole 2 plus. So these elements, silver, iron, these are all transition elements, means d block elements, and these transition elements, d block elements, have high tendency to form coordination compounds. What are the reasons? We discuss about the reasons for which the transition elements have unique ability to form coordination compounds or have high tendency to form coordination compounds. The first reason why the coordination compounds are formed by the transition elements, here this is called ligand, CN, NH3, these are called ligands. That may be a neutral ligand or anionic ligand. What happens? The metal ion and ligands are bonded together, and in this case this species means NH3CN, these are the ligands, donate the pair of electron to the central metal or central metal atom or ion and form bonds. So ligand and the central metal are bonded here, and here the bonded electron is coming from the ligand, and metal have the vacant orbital to accommodate the electron pair. Means here it is a coordinate bonding, means coordinate bonding present between the ligand and metal. Ligand donates the electron pair to the metal atom or ion to form a coordinate bond. Okay, so in this case the metal have masked some qualities or conditions for which this type of complex can be formed. This type of complexes can be formed only when some conditions are satisfied. So for these transition elements and d block elements, why they have the high tendency to form complex coordination complexes? The first reason is that in this case of coordination compound, the metal atom should have metal atom or ion should have small size. In this case of transition element, the metal atom or ion have small size. And the second condition that required for forming the coordination compound, it is the high nuclear charge. Transition elements, the atoms of the transition elements or ion of the transition elements have high nuclear charge. The first reason is size of atom or ion. Size of atom and ions or atom or ions in case of coordination compounds formation, the central metal atom or ion size of the central metal atom or ion is a very important factor. When the central metal atom and ion small size central metal atom or ion, that can form easily coordination compound. And the second reason why transition metal can form coordination compound, that in this case high nuclear charge high nuclear charge is the second reason why coordination compounds formed by the transition element. Here the small size of the atom or ion. Second, high nuclear charge of the high nuclear charge of the atoms or ions of the transition elements. And the third reason why this coordination compound formed by the transition metal is the vacant d orbitals. Vacant d orbital is the third reason why coordination compounds formed by the transition elements. The transition elements have energetically suitable vacant d orbital. The transition elements have energetically suitable vacant d orbital that can accommodate a pair of electron from the ligand, and as a result it can easily form the coordinate bonding, means transition elements can easily form coordinate bonding with the ligand by receiving electron pair from the ligand, and for this reason the transition elements can form coordination complex easily, and transition elements have a high tendency to form coordination complexes. There are, if we sum up the reason, there are total 3 reasons. First, the small size of atom or ions. Second, the coordination compound formation, the high nuclear charge is required. These elements have high nuclear charge, of atoms or ions of these elements have high nuclear charge. And third reason is the availability of the energetically suitable d orbitals that can accommodate a pair of electron from the ligands. Means central metal should have a vacant d orbitals energetically suitable that can that are present in case of the transition elements or transitions elements of transition elements, atom ions of the transition elements. So for this reason the transition elements have a high tendency to form coordination complexes like this one, FeCN6 ferrocyanide or diamine silver 1 ion. This type of ions can easily be formed, means coordination compound can easily be formed by this transition elements. These are the main reasons for the formation of the coordination compounds. So I think you understand this topic, why coordination compounds formation tendency for the d block elements or transition elements have high tendency to form coordination compounds. And this is the end of the video, and at this end I would like to say that if you find any learning from this video, then you can like this video, and if you find this channel is useful, then subscribe it, and don't forget to hit the notification button to get the new video upload notification.